Don't mix that with acid.
Beep beep. What is up, ninjas? My name is Semworld and welcome to Confessions Revolution Volume 3, the ultimate tool for G-House producers out there. Now, this pack is called the Ultimate Tool because it's going to come with a Serum sound bank, Silent 1 sound bank, Ableton project files, FL Studio project files, a sample pack which contains effects, drums, everything needed, vocals even as well. The only thing we don't include are the sirens because we couldn't rob a damn bank, so we couldn't record some Foley sirens, but I'm sure you guys can find that on YouTube and vice versa. Now, guys, we're going to get started with this pack and we're going to be looking at the Serum presets first. Now, I created the Serum presets through live streams and you guys recommended a lot of these sounds, as well as, you know, I made a couple of mine that I was like, you know what, this is fresh, let's add it in here. So first off, a lot of you guys were requesting 808 style kind of kicks and whatnot, so we are going to be having those. If you want to make it hard, use a mod. So you can do a lot with them. So the mods are there to help you out. I know not everyone knows how to do sound design, and you know, I want you to be able to alter the sound in various ways so that you guys can mess with them as well. So I've added mod wheels. The other important thing is to keep in mind, at least understand the ADSR features of the presets, because let's say you have this 808 but you want it to be a lot shorter, you can use decay and release to shorten, or you can use it to make it longer so it lasts longer. So we're gonna have a total of those 3 of those, and in Silent we're gonna have even more of these 808s, so make sure to check those out when you do get inside the pack, guys. Now, moving along, we are gonna have access to sounds like this, which again, were recommended by you guys. A lot of you guys like this type of sounds, which, you know, Bijo likes to use a lot in that kind of G-House, which is more of a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Now, going down the line, we do have some white bass lines, because I've been listening to a lot of confessions, and there's a lot of wide bass line, so it's made wide by utilizing 2 voices instead of just 1. But however, you know, I know some of you guys might like this preset and go like, well, you know, I kind of like my stuff mono, San. Can I get a mono bass? Yeah, you can. Check the mods, pull it up, and now you have it in the center, and then you have an oh yeah. So you're gonna have access to these kind of sounds, and you're gonna be able to alter them. We do have, you know, that you're gonna be able to find. So make sure to check those out. Now, as we move along these presets, another one that I really like is the modern one. A lot of these sounds, guys, a lot of the bass lines are going to be dirty, because with this Serum sound set and the pack as a whole, we wanted to focus more on the dirtier side of the G-House spectrum. Not the Shiva-san kind of vibes, but more of that dirty Matroda, more of that Confessions dirty vibe that you tend to find right now. You know, moving along, we have this one called Piccolo Pete, which is very unique. I have not heard one like this yet. You know, so it sounds like a little circus, but you guys get the idea there. We keep going, we got Radiation. So some of the presets you're gonna find are also gonna have After Effects. What I mean by After Effects is that when you press down on it and you hold it down, you're gonna get like this after. You can hear whap. So those are really cool because you can do. So keeping going along, guys, we're gonna have those kinds. We are gonna have a little bit of the smoother stuff as well. You know, as we go along at a course. If you want to make it wide, this is going to be more of that night bass stuff. There are a few night bass Easter eggs around here, which you're going to find in the pack, but a lot of it is dirty, so keep that in mind. And if we keep going, guys, I'll show you one more, your new favorite bass. So have fun with this one. This one's one of the best bass lines here in the pack. I'm not going to lie. If you're looking for that hard stuff, this is going to be one of the ones I think you guys are going to really like, your new favorite bass. Now, as we move along, there are going to be these effects that you can utilize. Which, you know, I should have just made them as samples, but I wanted to show you guys some intricate programming because I know some of you guys like to learn from the preset. So we're going to have access to that. Now, as we move along, we do have leads, and the leads are going to be very interesting. Let's put it that way. We have the Anna lead, which, you know, Anna is one of my favorite techno producers, and Matroda made a song called, well, a remix of Bling Bling by Mala, and I really liked that he did in the song, so I decided to make it for you guys. As we keep going, we are going to have stuff like Blow the Whistle. As we keep going, we are going to have, you know, these kind of weird leads that just sound very freaky, and in a club environment, they would really, really work really well. We're also going to have access to metal hits. So those are going to be super dope for you guys to explore. I know a lot of you guys were asking for these type of percussive hits, which you find a lot. There's going to be a lot, like Quesadilla. Now, as we move along, we also have access to pads. pads make up the majority of a breakdown in a good G-House track. So this one's Asian Temple. So these are going to be good for those breaks. Get some cool stuff. And finally, the last pad, which is my favorite, is the Scientology church pad. You know, Confessions has that very church vibe, that the kind of priest darkness to it. So of course, you know, we got to get Scientology a church there. So yeah, those are going to be some of the pads, guys. We do have plugs. We have sequence. So these are going to be pretty cool. So these are just going to be a couple of sequences. Now, the wubs is the next highlight of the pack, and I think these are really well made for those of you guys that are into Logic 21 and a lot of that kind of womp womp sound. So make sure to explore them. I think they're worth a watch, guys. This one's a very unique one. Rusty Nail. So this one you're gonna layer with another more mid-low type of wub so that it actually gets that body. But I hope that you guys enjoy these presets from Serum. Now let's take a look at some of the silent ones as well. All right, guys. So as a bonus in the pack, you know, usually I put a Serum sound bank, but this time I wanted to put a silent one sound bank as well. Now the silent one sound bank is gonna be a little bit around 39 presets, as you can see, and it does have some dope sound that you can use. First one's 808 Massive. This pack, as we keep moving along, we're going to have access to different sounding bass lines. The ones in Serum are very digital, very dirty, while the ones in Silent are going to be a little bit warmer, more analog bass, but they're still going to be dirty. So as I said, still dirty, but it has a different vibe than Serum. You can't deny that. So that's why I wanted to add Silent 1 in there, because again, access to different tonality and the vibe of them. And then, you know, we're going to have the standard leads called Demon. So those are going to be some of the presets that you guys can find in the pack, and there's a lot more in there that I didn't go over, guys. So make sure to check it out when you get the pack. And now we're going to move over to the samples so that you guys can check them out. Now, as I stated, guys, the pack's also going to come with a sample pack. And the sample pack is going to be pretty much containing fills, which you're going to be utilizing to bridge the gap between your break and your drop and those mini fills. So you're going to find a total of 15. You're also going to find long ones that are meant for G-House. None of that big room, you know, stuff like da, 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 da. So they're going to be more house-oriented style of... You're going to be more oriented style of house builders, as you can see. So super cool. You're going to find that. You're going to find drums, claps. You're going to find a total of, I believe, 40 claps, in all honesty, or 35. Some of them, like the claps extra, are going to be very thinnish, and then the claps, these ones are going to be a lot heavier. So one of the things I saw when I was making G-House a while back was the claps that I was using were very thin, and I didn't like that. So I started layering these kind of snare hits with them, and that's what was the magic key. So a lot of these are going to be layered with a snare. You cue the highs off the snare, of course, but it gives that thump to the clap, which you can hear in some songs in Confessions, which is a little bit harder, like the Martin Hoger song. You just don't want to. Okay, so we also going to have access to a total of 35 bass midis to get your jump started. The first 20 or 30 are going to be mainly rhythm based, so you can use those to start a melody if you can figure out a rhythm for your drop, and vice versa. Now, as we move along, we also have top loops for the drum. So you're going to have a total of 25 to play around with there, and then you're going to have access to all the other drums, like snares, kick, all kinds of kicks there for you, and then of course hats. Now, as we move along the pack, we do have the effects, everything needed for you guys. We're going to have proper uplifters based on vocals. So I tried to make these uplifters as G-house as possible. I didn't want to have anything big roomish, and there are a couple of them that are sauce because I still heard that uplifter being used in some G-house, so I wanted to give a little bit of everything there. We're gonna have access to downlifters as well. Impacts. So the impacts, some of them are my favorite because what we did is pretty much we added FM at the end of the impact so that it goes like wham, and it just sounds amazing, especially for some, you know, big breakdowns where you don't have that much going on. It could just fill it up hella good. We have reverses as well. Which, you know, are for G-house, and then sub downs. That one was fucking harsh. All right, guys. And then finally, we're going to have access to a vocal side of the pack.
Everybody looking for the disco sugar.
I tried to make these as best as possible because I know the vocals weren't the greatest in the previous Confessions Revolution series packs. So these are going to be a lot better.
Other bitches running in my hood.
I know just how you like it.
Lamborghini, them bitches know what's Gucci.
This Molly got me feeling all kinds of ways.
Girl, don't swipe me left, 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 cause I wanna be right with you.
All right, so there's going to be a lot of them for you to explore, guys.
Rock that body. Come on now, rock that body.
I also took inspiration from Matroda. He does a lot of this auto-tune vibe with the voice, so we do have a couple of those.
She a bass hoe, she a freak hoe. She drop it down low when the beat go.
That bass hoe's drop her booty. Where's the bass revolution?
And of course,
Yeah.
just standard ones, guys. And then I did add like 4 or 5 story ones, which...
So yesterday I went out and got fucked up. I don't remember what happened. All I know is I did Molly. I did coke.
Almighty Father, I have sinned.
So there's a great quality to them, so it sounds like literally like an old recording that someone found. They're used a lot in tech house, and I just want to put them in this pack to see if people would actually use them. I used them in the demo for the pack, which you can check out over at Evil Sounds. Now, if you want to check out the project files, I have added them to the Evil Sounds website, so that's where you can find the previous part of the project files, and you can hear the full demo, guys, as well. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is just a little bass expansion that I decided to add. For those of you guys that like to sample bass one-shots, you pretty much grab these one-shots, put them into a sampler or a simpler through Ableton or FL, and you use them. You can put a filter and open them, but pretty much this is how they're going to sound like. Those are going to be the distorted ones, and then we have the ones that are just raw, come from the Moog Sub 37. So I hope that you guys can use those. I honestly like using those here and there for whenever you're making more of that G-house. It's a little bit more mellow. Or if you want to use like the sampler inside of Ableton to run FM through some of these bass one-shots to see if you can get a unique vibe out of them. But that is going to be the pack, guys. Again, if you want to check out the Ableton project files, the FL ones, they're going to be up on the website at evilsounds.com. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. And the pack is going to be $34.99 for the first week. And after that, it's going to shoot up to $49.99, guys. So make sure to get it early if you want to save 15 bucks. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the pack. Again, if you make anything with it, don't be afraid to send it to me through Instagram or through evilsounds.com, and I'll make sure to check it out. But you guys have a good one, guys, and thank you guys so much for all your support, for supporting all my packs. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to make videos like I do at a constant basis, making tracks start to finish for you guys and teaching you guys how to make music, mix it, and master it. But you guys take care, ninjas. It's been a long journey to finish this pack, you know, and finally, I'm proud to say that it's done. And I'm also proud to say that a lot of you guys helped me out during the live stream on getting good sounds and, you know, teaching me how to recreate some sounds. So thank you guys for that as well. It was a team effort. And finally, Confessions Revolution Volume 3 is out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video as always.
She drop it down low when the beat go. She a bass.